One of the best things, what birds really do need, they need the supplementary food. They like the food, obviously, because that helps really well. But they also need water. You know, they need to be able to come and have a bath. They actually still need to drink a little bit. Certain plants are really good for them, so you can plant up plants that this time of year will either be flowering or that produce berries for the autumn, because that gives them that opportunity. So things like cotoneaster, rowan, berberis. So those type of plants help. It's also important that we clean our bird tables. Birds like the bird tables. They're just an opportunity. It's like coming into the kitchen and finding there's your dinner table waiting for you. And that's what it is. But they also need to be kept clean. But they also need to be able to feel safe. Lots of these small birds are prey to bigger birds, to the predators. So our smaller birds like to know that there's some bushes or shrubs around them so they can dive into them for cover. But also, we do need to make sure that we clean our feeders quite regularly. You can get diseases. We've seen a decline in greenfinches from 4.2 million to 2.2 million. So this is a nice simple thing for parents to do with their children. Watch their garden for an hour. You know, have a drink, have a chat, watch what's coming about. Now some people say, no birds turn up in my garden. But that's when you walk into the kitchen, you look out the window and go, there's nothing there. But if you wait for an hour, especially in the morning, especially when you put some food out, that will help as well. That will give birds and nature and wildlife that opportunity to come into your garden and spend time with you.
The RSPB is all about giving nature a home, and our aim is to get everybody to do a little bit of something in their garden. You can do things large scale like ponds and things if you've got massive acres of land, or even if you've got something tiny like a couple of flagstones. You can do a mini pond out of a washing up bowl, you can do a birdhouse, you can make bug hotels, so you can use pallets and things that you recycle in your house, things like milk cartons, you can use egg boxes, getting bits on your nature walks when you're going out in your parks, pick up sticks as you're going along, put them in your garden and see what lives there. Hedgehogs will, obviously you would avoid feeding them things like dairy products, but you can use all sorts like dog food and cat food out there. But as long as you provide a home, they'll eat all your slugs and all the pest species in your garden that you don't want. They'll use all of those up for you, so they're a gardener's best friend. You'll get your own little ecosystem, so leave it a little bit wild, let your ivy overgrow on one wall, let a bit of bramble in the corner, and you'll find blackbirds nesting and wrens nesting in your ivy, you'll find hedgehogs under your bramble, and there's plenty that you can do. All these pretty borders are brilliant in gardens and they look nice, but it's a bit useless for wildlife, so make it a little bit wild and you'll end up with lots.